Hi everyone, Leticia here, coming to you this Thursday afternoon from beautiful Playa del Carmen. I hope your week has been going well so far. And as usual, I am continuing with my little webinar series telling you about real estate, beautiful real estate here in Playa del Carmen and the Riviera Maya. And today I have the pleasure of sharing with you about one of my favorite up-and-coming buildings in beautiful Playa del Carmen. It's a building known as Sea Tower by a developer known as Menesse Condos. Menesse is one of the top developers in this area. They have to date completed 14 different projects, and they have 6 or 7 buildings currently in the works in this area. And what I like about this particular building is that it has a very privileged location. It's literally located 1 block away from the ocean. And right in front of the building, we have protected green space. And right after that, we have the ocean. So the view is absolutely amazing from the ocean and also from some of the units. So without further ado, I will bring up the presentation for this project. And I expect I'm going to be about 10 minutes, okay? Share screen. Okay. Okay. Oh, man, I'm just okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the name of the building again is Sea Tower. And before I tell you about the actual building, I do want to tell you a bit about Menesse Condos. You might have seen me showing some of the rooftops of some of their buildings. The developer is originally from Argentina, and the company had a 15-year history in Argentina, 15 complete developments there before they came to the Riviera Maya. And they've been in this area for the past 9 years. And as you can see, this building was building number 16 in this area. In the meantime, they have a few more under construction. This building, again, talking about Playa del Carmen in general, one of my colleagues, I would have to ask her where she got the data, but she was telling me that according to some industry magazine, in 2021, Playa del Carmen beat Paris as the #1 tourism destination in the world. Not surprising considering, the stance countries like France have taken during these interesting times that we're living through versus Mexico, which has maintained an open border policy and has welcomed tourism from all over the world. And as I explained in other webinars, what we're seeing increasingly are people that are, digital nomads that are coming and living here for months at a time. And we're seeing a mix of people that are coming here for short-term, 1 or 2 week vacations, and then people that are staying here with months and months. Okay, definitely an amazing place to live. I'm very blessed to live here. Playa del Carmen is located about an hour south of Cancun in Mexico's beautiful Riviera Maya area. Okay, now the developer, as mentioned, they have a number of buildings already completed in Playa del Carmen. And what they specialize in, what they've been specializing in recent years is actually working with investors. Obviously, vacational rentals are a big component of the rental market here. Vacational, and again, we're talking also month-to-month, even longer-term rentals. And according to Cancun Airport statistics, the majority of the clientele that comes to, especially the central Playa del Carmen, are couples and singles. So what Menesse has developed is, a business model that works for investors. So they build luxury, beautiful studio units that are very attractive to this clientele. And at the same time, they are attractively priced and have attractive carrying costs for investors. So again, now there are different areas in Playa del Carmen, and I'm not going to go into detail about all the different areas. Suffice it to say, this area known as Cocoa Beach is definitely one of the most beautiful and desirable areas in Playa del Carmen. The reason being is you're still within walking distance to the famous Quinta Avenida, which is our famous pedestrian street full of restaurants, cafes, boutiques. It's very pretty to walk around on. And at the same time, you're very close to the ocean, beautiful white sand beaches. Now, again, we do have a little seaweed problem at the moment, but it is a temporary issue. It's a seasonal issue. I'll post some picture later so you guys know what I'm talking about, okay? But in any case, and at the same time, this is a tranquil end of Quinta Avenida. You're not right next to, where the nightclubs are. This is definitely, the area that's more, full of cafes, restaurants, very tranquil, very peaceful, and very desirable. Okay, so my friends, this is what this building is going to look like. And knowing this developer and having seen some of their buildings, I can tell you that what they build is very similar to what you actually see in the renders. So this beautiful building is going to have, I'll find out exactly how many units. I think 48 or 49. Let's find out. What they found works best for especially platforms like Airbnb, vacational rentals. The listings that have the highest number of amenities tend to get shown towards the top. So as a result, what Menesse has done is they incorporate a lot of different amenities in their buildings, particularly in the rooftop area. So all their buildings will feature a beautiful infinity pool overlooking the ocean. They pick locations for their buildings that are, guaranteed or almost guaranteed to have an ocean view. That's definitely the case here. And again, because right in front of the building we have protected green space, I'll show you more shortly. The ocean view is guaranteed. Okay. Another thing they do is they deliver their studios or their units fully furnished and equipped. In this case, the rooftop will also have a serviced bar. The building will have underground parking. We'll have a little gym on top as well, bike parking, lounging area. Okay, let's have a quick look. This is what the lobby is expected to look like. Now, what that says in the corner, it says these are demonstrative images, and the furnishings may vary. Again, based on what I've seen with their previous buildings, they do tend to deliver very similar to what you see in the renders. Now, what they found is, again, when it comes to vacational rentals, the more sleeping places you can have, the better. So all their new studios, including for this building, come with what's called a sofa cama or pull-out bed. So this is a pull-out couch that comes here. All the furniture is included. Again, the only thing not included would be your wall decorations, maybe some of the lighting bars are included, but maybe it won't be exactly like this one. Again, definitely the pot lights are all included. All the kitchen appliances, so microwave, it's not shown here, but they do come with fridge, electric stovetop. The only thing, again, not included would be the TV, because they found different people like to have different sizes of TVs and different brands. So why struggle with that? Okay. Again, in this particular studios, they are including this L-shaped kitchen bar and a little desk area. Again, on account of all the digital nomads we are seeing. This building has a projected delivery date of June of 2023. Now, a lot of people wonder, well, how safe is it to buy a pre-construction condo in Mexico? 57 units, my apologies, okay? Out of which 52 are studios, again, keeping in tune with the Menesse business model, catering to this investor clientele, and 5 penthouse studios. The penthouse studios are basically the same studio format at the bottom, and they have a private rooftop with its own private rooftop pool. So definitely more of a luxury unit. They're all luxurious units, but obviously the penthouse units, they're located on the top floor. And you can actually see, so they still have some units in the building starting at this price point, 146,500,000 USD. You've read that right. That is the total price for the unit. I know some of you living in places like Toronto are like, what? Yes, approximately 40 square meters. So that's about 430, 450 square feet. Okay. Oh, there it is, 430. Okay. So again, they all come with a king size bed, kitchen table in this case. Actually, I don't know if it's a kitchen table, or at least definitely coffee table with the sofa, bathroom, and the L-shaped kitchen, and a little bit of a desk that could potentially be extended. Okay, and the closet. And they all have balconies, of course. The ground floor units would have terraces. The penthouse studios, again, are shaped a little differently. They have the same floor plan at the bottom, and then you have a spiral staircase leading you to your private rooftop, which, by the way, would have a separate entrance in case you ever wanted to have a little party on your rooftop and you don't want people coming into your place, you could just tell them, hey, listen, come to the 6th floor and, you know, come to the rooftop. By the way, in case you're wondering, in this area, as opposed to Cancun, where we get a lot of tall, huge buildings, Playa del Carmen has a building code that allows only 6 floors of construction plus the rooftop. That is to keep the, and yeah, as you can see, the penthouse units are priced at 280K USD. Okay, you're getting more, you know, you're getting this obviously more luxurious unit, private rooftop with a pool. I suppose you could even rent this for events if you wanted to. I mean, you as an owner, you have a lot of freedom as to what you can do with your unit. I'm going to show you some of the renders, and I'll open a separate folder and show you. This is an illustrative images, although, you know, we do have some beaches that look very similar to that. With all Menesse developments, the payment plan is that if you wanted to reserve in any of the units, you're required to put down a 5,000 US reservation deposit. This is refundable within the first 15 days. Okay. Should you decide to move forward with your purchase, you are then expected to come up with a minimum of 30% of the purchase price. And then 60% are due during construction. Now, it's up to you as a buyer how you want to structure this 60%. If you want to, you know, currently I have a client who's in the process of selling a property back home. So she wanted a bit more time before, after making the 30% down, to make her next payment. In that case, you know, the developer is willing to accommodate, give you even a few months until you have to make your next payment. And then the final 10% is due on closing upon delivery of the unit. The interesting thing is, for any of you that are currently in Canada or the US and watching this video, is that you do not need to be physically present for any of the first 3 steps. All of this can be done remotely through bank transfers, notarized paperwork, and so on. The final 10%, and you know, you do need to be physically present in Mexico for the signing of the escritura, which is the final ownership transfer, and that will not happen until, you know, at the earliest June of 2023 in this case, in the case of this building. Okay, let me go back and show you guys some renders. Well, that's the inventory. Before I show you the inventory, I want to show you guys more renders, you know, what you can expect this building to look like. I apologize for my slow laptop. Okay, there. So again, that's what the facade of the building will look like. The interior of the studios, another view of that. Lobby area, another interior. And again, it's going to have a spectacular rooftop. Okay. And to give you an idea, we actually have actual photos of what the view from the rooftop will look like. And this is what I was telling you about. This area in front of us is protected green space. So, and it stayed like that for many years, and we certainly hope it will remain like that. And then that's what your rooftop view will be at. Absolutely very peaceful and beautiful. Okay. And finally, I'm going to show you guys what units are still left. This building sold very well, as do all Menesse buildings, in all fairness. But this building was, you know, definitely a favorite of many people because of its privileged location close to the ocean. So as you can see, I want to say, you know, the majority of the higher floor units, as you may expect, have already been reserved, with the exception of some of, you know, we have a couple of penthouse units left. These are facing onto Kai 48. Kai 48 is perpendicular to the ocean, basically. From the penthouse units, definitely from the terraces, you would have an ocean view from the terraces. Okay, and definitely from the rooftop. As you can see, this would be the distribution of the rooftop. Beautiful infinity pool overlooking the ocean, and you're gonna have your little gym with crystal, you know, glass windows. Bar and lounge. This would be kind of a co-working, hanging out area. These are the rooftops, private rooftops of the penthouse units. Okay, so in terms of availability, we have the 2 penthouse units, and then we have some of these studios. Now, these are not my favorite units. Currently, the plot of land right next to the building is unoccupied, but we don't know for how long that will remain the case. So if I were to choose, we still have some of these ground floor units left here. As you can see, starting price point 151,500. Now, to keep in mind, the ground floor is actually elevated. It would start somewhere at the level of my head, okay? Because we also have an underground garage. So that's just how the building is structured. The ground floor is not actually a ground floor. It's an elevated ground floor. So we have either jungle facing or side facing. And then we also have, you know, a couple of units left on the first floor, which again is more like a second, you know, well, they call it the first floor here in Canada, or the US we call it the second floor, but in reality it's more like a third floor because of that ground floor being elevated. Okay, again, by the time you watch this video, some of these units may have been reserved already. So if any of you have any interest, oh my goodness, I've gone on for longer than I expected, but what can I say? I really am a fan of this building, and I think you can see why. And by the way, guys, I apologize for my fuzzy camera. This is a backup laptop I've been using. And I know I bought an external camera years ago and I still haven't installed it. Procrastination. I will make it my goal to install my external camera by next week, and you can hold me accountable to that, okay? Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. If you are interested in anything that I shared, feel free to reach out either via DM or at info@freedomplaya.com. Again, my email address works. Website not in the works yet. So anyway, info@freedomplaya.com. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you all soon. Blessings.